Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Outside the Blocks. This time, we're on a magical, wonderful place called Godcraft, and I'm joined by a ragtag band of scruffy, I guess, members of the rebellion, because that's really only where the ragtag people are. Like, no one joins the Empire looking ragtag. Today, I'm joined by, I guess, Snake? Girl Snake? Blue Man Scuba Group? A lemming? A guy who had his, I guess that's like Triangle Head's cousin, Boxhead? And Jesus in a business suit. And
Hello.
Hi, Jesus. And we are going to go and explore their world. So I guess the question is, who's going to be showing me around today?
Let's start at the spawn here. It's a wonderful little spawn area that we created. Community created. Designed by Rifle Zone.
Yeah, well, because when I'll say that when I logged in, I started, that's lift down. Is there a lift up? I started up here. And I was looking around, and it was like, oh my god, this place is so big. Let's see if I can show people. It's quite big. Yeah, I was very impressed. I was like, oh, this is going to be a good one. So, yeah. Well, before we even look around, can you tell me what your world server, whatever, is about? Like, what have you guys created?
It's a whole bunch of different creation. We don't have a central theme, but we do have general building rules. Like, we kind of stick to the castle.
No pixel art. Stuff that looks like it belongs in a world. You know, any kind of architecture style is fine.
Yeah, like a creeper statue.
Yep. The Santa creep. Yes.
It belongs in the real world.
Yeah, it's a 16,000 by 16,000 world, which is fully rendered and very populated.
Fully connected with the subway system.
Well, let's do this thing. I'm excited.
There's one more lift down. We'll just check out the subway system that we got here, connecting everything. The entire 16,000 by 16,000 world.
Is that where all those people?
Up here, one more lift down.
When we were trying to start and we couldn't get started. Spoiler alert! It took forever to get started. When all those people were coming in, like that's where they came down here.
Mm-hmm. You come down to this main subway here. A little clickety to the side.
Oh, look at this! Okay.
We have a nice subway grid running in a 4,000 block grid throughout the entire map. So you're never more than 2,000 blocks away from a subway station. You just want a sneak peek of the map and the major projects here. We got a map of Godcraft right in the middle here to show you a little sneak peek of everything.
It's like a bit of a scale map.
Oh, I see that.
It's a scale map, yep.
And these only show the projects that are, I think, what, 200 by 200 at least in size.
Well, each one of these blocks represents 250 by 250 blocks, so you get the scale.
Huh, that's so you can use this to like get around and find the stuff you need to find then.
Like right here, if you want to see Moria, one of our famous projects, you can see that's right by the 4,000 North, 4,000 West station.
Ha!
And you just
That's
ride
awesome.
there. But today we're going to be using warps to get around a little quicker.
Evil City is over here. Evil City.
Speaking of Moria, well, we head on over there.
So how do we get there?
Well, we have a
Good
warp
question.
set out there, so I'm gonna TP you there. It's
Yay.
warp
Yeah,
Moria.
our normal players cannot warp around the world. We force them to legitimately use the subway system.
Or walk.
Alrighty.
So how does someone build, for example, in this world? I mean, if they have to move around and take subways and stuff, I mean, do you put restrictions on how they build?
No, not really. Just
No.
basic, no flying structures and penis towers everywhere. But
And,
you
you
just
know,
claim your
yeah, be nice to your neighbors. We don't have any kind of protection system or anything like that because we don't have grief attacks, really. If they are, they're like 3 seconds to clean up and once a month.
I like how you kept it so lighted down here.
nice Morian cabins here.
Yeah, the lava's what's doing it. Okay.
Oh, and don't forget to mention, Godcraft is 100% legit. Nothing here was spawned by items, cuboided, etc., etc.
Yes, no voxel sniper, no.
That's
like
what
that.
I was referring to when I said restrictions on building. I was wondering how they built this stuff because
By hand, block by block.
Yeah, Moria's been on the works for, what, a year now, I think? And they're still
Months and
expanding
months
it.
of digging.
Body Drag knows a lot more about this.
Yeah, we started in November of last year, and I think by now we've dug about 3.5 million blocks just to get an overview of what we did. And it's growing day by day. Like, we always have new projects. And let's go left here just to show you the storage.
To show that, because people always want to see on Moria, when they see Moria videos, oh, where do you store it? I want to see the storage. And here it is. Just to get an
this
idea.
is where you put all the blocks that you... Wow.
3.5 million cobble.
Oh my god! Look at this place!
It just goes on and on.
This is either dedication or complete insanity. I'm not even sure which.
I think it's a good balance of both.
Yeah, it's a little both.
You have got to be kidding me.
Alright. Let's go back now and let's go to our first hole that we dug, which took about, I think, 6 months just to dig. Maybe not that long, but it was a hell of a work. I think the whole hole was 2 million blocks. And we had a lot of fun.
Who did you convince to
Was
dig
like-
for you for 6 months?
It was people who just wanted to have fun. I mean, there were like a few dedicated people, like 5 or 6, who kept digging for months, but usually people came and just left again after a week or so. But yeah.
Generally,
We've
Oh,
probably
that's
all
like
dug here
dedication.
at some point too. I know I have. Like, the community's generally really willing to pitch a hand into whatever's going on. You know, the hot project of the week or month.
Or a year.
Yeah, or year.
I mean, we're not sticking to the lore of Lord of the Rings, but we're trying to somewhat have this Moria feeling. But it's really not Moria as you know it from the movie. Still, it's an underground city, so we love it. And it's
it is very cool.
basically the landmark of Godcraft.
This is utterly amazing that this was done by hand. Like, it's almost unbelievable. You know, like, it's the detail, it's almost unbelievable. Like, it's insane. True insane.
Do you see the obsidian right here? I mean, only the obsidian took like a month just to place, because we had to get all the lava and water and whatnot, and it was just a pain in the ass, but worth it.
If you notice, though, that these railroad tracks go right through it, since this is on a 4,000 and we have a 4,000 grid, we have the subway come right through Moria.
Yeah, this is kind of what most projects do, is have like a residential area. A lot of the members of the server just like to have houses at all of the main projects, or many of them. So they'll build themselves a little home, and they can visit whenever.
So the theme in the residential area kind of goes different than the whole city, but
Right, right.
But yeah, this is like a smaller project which took like 2 weeks to complete, like these 3 sections of the living district. But we have, I mean, really the biggest one was the main hall, and then like the other ones were like 2 weeks to 1 month max. And the next we're going to is like our iron hall, which is dedicated to all the very dedicated diggers of
So,
Moria.
Going up to upper level.
what does it take to get a house here? What do you have to do?
Basically pay a lot of diamonds, because we always need diamonds to dig. Like, we don't use all those hacks. We have to dig by hand, and if you have diamond axes, it's just a lot easier to dig.
Look at this.
these are
Oh, I love the
people who've done
statues.
dedication, I think, to the.
Oh, are these people then? Are these the diggers?
Oh, here's mine.
Nice.
So these are the guys who dug all the I guess all of Moria?
Most of it, yeah.
Sort of like a tribute, or.
Gotta be honest,
it's attributed to
their
them.
body, the statue's looking a little bit better than you, man.
Yeah, well, I considered suicide just because of that. And because of the
Don't
landing,
take the
but
easy
hey.
way out, bro. Don't take the easy way out.
So the only thing that's keeping him
It's
back,
just what lemmings do.
he doesn't have another lemming to follow off there.
Yeah, you can't really do it. So what is this we're looking at now?
It's gonna be called the 7th hall, and it's just like a connection hall. We're just looking for additional projects, and we just come up with things, and yeah, we just start designing stuff, and this is what we're currently doing.
So how long would one of these little hall sections take? Like where we're at right now, how long would something like this take?
We've started this one like a week ago, so it's probably going to take 2 more weeks because we're going to dig down like 20 to 30 more blocks. But yeah, it's about a month, I'd say.
I can't even describe how
3 to
just
4 people.
insane that it. Now, what is your what is the word? I guess philosophy would be the proper word behind doing this, and not just simply going in and voxel snipering the whole damn thing.
It's
We wouldn't be
Godcraft.
Godcraft.
It's what we're used to.
Yeah, that's like the whole. People know Godcraft for being a legitimate server. We dig with our hands, not with all the cheats.
People just like to play different ways. And mining out everything by hand and not inventory editing gives like a whole new side to Godcraft. You get the community of building and digging and working together. And then you also have like a whole economy system. So there's that as well, which adds more social aspect to the game. And more to work for.
Appreciation. Yeah, we a lot of servers wipe at least a couple times a year, and Godcraft hasn't been wiped in a year, and we don't plan to wipe in 20 years from now. So people's work.
You have a lot more
Their work will be
satisfaction when you build things without any cheat or appreciation for the works.
Very nice. I am definitely impressed.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's head over to Nubanat.
This is probably one of the oldest cities in Godcraft, or on this map, that was started right when it was created. My very first project on here was the Coliseum, which took me and Saunus, the other guy who owns the city, 3 months to complete. Let's just go up here.
It's a Roman-themed city.
I think back then we used Alpha 1.25.
Yeah, we were in
something
Alpha.
like that.
1 point something.
This city's huge, just ridiculously so.
You still haven't seen the biggest structure on Godcraft yet. The Colosseum.
Yep, so here we go. Very proud of this one.
Again, all built by hand.
It's gotten a few contest rewards too, first place. Same with the Moria.
And it's really about the detail. I almost became mad building this because all the arches were all different, the different places because of the shape of the Colosseum. But in the end, we finished it, and I think it looks amazing.
This place is amazing. Isn't even the right word. I'm utterly impressed with this. Like, you see people who make Colosseums, and they use cheats and hacks and builds and all sorts of different things, and it doesn't even come close to how cool this looks. The attention to detail is amazing.
And when I say it took 3 months to build, I mean the building time itself was about a month, but it really took 2 months to get all the material here. Like, we had to flatten the area, we had to get the stone, we had to get the obsidian, the sand, the gravel, everything. We had to either buy it from other players or dig it ourselves, and it was just a pain in the ass. But in the end, well
Rewarding.
Look at Jesus going all Spartacus down there.
Fight to the death.
Are you not entertained? I get to use that line more than any other line in any other show ever, because it appears that everyone in Minecraft has to build at least one Colosseum. Like, everyone. So I get to
I don't think I've been on a server without one.
Yeah, I get to break out my, what is that movie? Gladiator. The one line I remember from that movie. Are you not entertained?
But I think we're the only ones with this right here. If you would follow me. Follow Lemming.
He'll lead you right off a cliff. Don't do it.
Somewhere Admiral Akbar is about to shout.
That's a trap!
So this is where all the animals and slaves are being held. It's called a hypogeum or something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, we can use those new bars now in here.
Yeah, the new
Oh, that's
iron bars.
right.
Good call.
This was built
yeah,
in
I
alpha,
like-
so we didn't have half the resources.
I'm lost.
I can't even begin to describe, like, the weirdness of how it's put together and how that actually looks really cool. Like, normally a dungeon would have, you know, dirt, or it would be stone, but you have, like, stone with dirt thrown in, and then mossy cobblestone, just random stuff here and there, but it makes it look really, I don't know, it's an effective looking thing, build, whatever.
Yeah, Saunas is really the creative mind behind New Venatum, and whatever he does really well. And it looks awesome, even though we had really those limited resources. I mean, we could have used wool and all that fancy stuff, but we just didn't have it, and we had to make the best out of what we had. So yeah, this is some kind of palace, and our forge, or what used to be a forge. Like, here we used to make obsidian. It was like this awesome obsidian generator made by an older member of ours. You just poured water, like 1 bucket of water right on top of it, and it just flowed all down. I mean, before that you had to fill it up with lava, which wasn't an issue in alpha because you could dupe it really easily, but right now you would have to get it by hand from some kind of cave.
Yeah, the infinite lava.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah, lava was infinite, just like water is if you have a few blocks together, but not to remove that back in alpha.
I love how down below
Let's go check out the
there are
parking
people
lot.
buying and selling stuff in the chat. Like, someone want to buy a slime ball? Like that's great. The economy here is amazing.
But yeah, since our world is generated back in alpha, clay was extremely rare back then. So things like brick is actually a very expensive item on Godcraft.
The inside just doesn't do justice to the outside scale of this building.
Yeah, it was huge outside.
Mm-hmm. Most of it's on the other side. I believe there's another room on the other side.
But it really only took 2 to 3 weeks to complete. It wasn't as complex as the Colosseum, so it was really straightforward to build. And yeah, right here we have our cactus farm, which is still producing, I think, 3 stacks of cacti in 1 minute, maybe more.
Let's go to Reef.
Alright.
Alrighty, welcome to Reef, City of Pleasure and Tropical Nest. This thing was started probably back in March. Me and another friend of mine who is currently MIA, but we will just kind of breeze through here and show you the main points.
I got so carried away looking up that I fell in the water.
Oh, good,
Well
water
done.
is your friend.
Yeah, let me help you there.
I'm stuck.
You're back.
Hey, it's a
strike
water park anyway.
Somebody throw them in a block.
I see the subways here.
Alright, here are the entrance gates. We can take the subway if you should want.
Yes, the
Bypass
subway is
a
quite
lot of the sites
nice.
though, but it's pretty well done, so we might as well take a
What's
look
up?
at it.
What's up top there?
a very intricate water fountain.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
this is our entrance gate. The very first thing I built here, original idea was to do palm trees, but I couldn't get the look right, so this is kind of a fluke. It was kind of trial and error project, but I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, I thought it looked really good. It's the biggest
I
water
like the
fountain in the
blossoms
world.
better anyway.
Of course, no tropical paradise is complete without a volcano. But we should probably move through the harbor district, as that's where most of the exciting stuff is going on.
Alright.
Let's just
Little
kind of
creeper
hop over
face.
this way. Oh yeah, I try to put little ditties here and there. When we first got started, all this land was one giant hill, so there was a lot of digging and stuff to be done. I made a little job office where I could tell everyone what needed to be done and what they could be paid for doing it. So there was a lot of community help that came through here, and we actually accomplished a lot in the time that we did do all those projects.
It's a gumball machine.
Yes, the gumball or the fishbowl.
I was about to say, what
It's
is
actually
that thing?
I always
It's a
considered it a snow
fishbowl
globe.
hotel. Shut up, guys. It's a hotel inside. There's a castle inside the fishbowl that you can actually go up into, and is all interior decorated and everything. If you should want to check it out, just take the lift up here. I'll show you to the rooms.
This is
This way,
ridiculous.
And voila, we are now fish inside the fishbowl. Actually, not yet. Here, come up here. And now we are fish.
Under the sea, under the sea. Can I drown? Oh, I am going to drown.
No, we don't have
You will not drown because God mode is enabled on Godcraft, at least the build server.
You know what?
On the
That
build
makes
server.
sense. That makes sense.
We do have other worlds, though, that you can warp to from the build server and die in, such as the Nether and PvP servers.
No wonder the lemming's so depressed. He keeps trying to kill himself because he can't.
I believe the Spleef Arena is next.
Run. Yes, let's go Spleef. South Road goes all the way to the furthest south point of the city, and you can see everything else along the way.
I
That
see.
takes
I
the
see. You
time to
finally
make.
managed to get palm trees going there.
Yes, I finally did decide to buckle down and build a pine tree up there.
Paul.
Epic looking one, to be honest.
I do like that. And we get to the massive Spleef Arena.
Yes, the man responsible for building the Coliseum, well, one of the men, is also the guy responsible for building this here, which is the largest structure in Reef. It's actually an arena for spleefing.
Is it up top? Oh, tell me it's up top.
It is up top. You got your wish. And every once in a while, on weekends, we'll have an event where lots of people come out, and we'll have a structured tournament, and we'll divvy out prizes afterwards. And it's a good time for the citizens of Godcraft.
Yeah, there's a lot of player-made events on Godcraft.
Yeah, this is the playing field.
And you get a great view from up here.
Hard to spleef without a pick, isn't it, huh?
You can't. Oh.
Oh, there he goes.
Well, now I have 2 blocks.
Oh yeah, we have a filter system if you fall.
Oh my. That is great. That is great.
I think we show him one more thing here, then we can head over to another project.
Up top to the entrance.
The crab. We should probably see it from above, but I'd rather go inside it.
All right. Oh, the crab.
Wait. You have a crab?
Oh,
is
yeah,
is it a giant
yes.
enemy crab?
And they have
This
a
is one of
nice
our
subway
subway
system.
stations. Hit the crab
Just
button.
Yes, stand a little closer.
What? What? That was amazing. How did you set stuff up like that to make it instant?
Minecart
Mania. The developers really worked close with Godcraft and has provided every request that we've wanted for the system.
That is amazing. Like I didn't have to do anything. That's the best kind of system.
There's a lot of
players got
stations for every
confused,
project.
Yeah, a lot of players got confused back in the day, so we made it as easy as possible for people.
Station crab. And then it instantly ports you. Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
So come up here and take a left. We are now inside a giant underwater crab.
With a nice man-made reef behind, below.
Yes, if you look over the edge here, you can see a nice colorful coral reef.
I saw that. Where's the crab? Like, we're in it?
Yes, this
Yes.
glass right
Do you
here,
have a
if you
mini-map?
actually look on a mini map or the world map, it's actually in the shape of a crab all lit up.
Here, let's take the lift down for viewing purposes.
Rachel.
I'm taking the fun way down. Whee!
Shove it right there.
You landed right at the entrance of the funny if it's real life, just splat. But yeah, you can look around, see all the different colors that we've had to dye the wool with and farm. It just took forever to get all this, but this is the final product, mostly between me and 2 other guys who designed all the structures in here.
Many sheep suffer.
Yeah.
So
Many
this project.
many
To make
sheep gave their lives to make this possible.
Okay, I said to make it more challenging on Godcraft, we actually only allow spawns to happen for mobs in the PvP world, so everyone is actually fighting for these resources as well.
And here you are, taking them to just randomly place in a coral reef. Screw your building
That's how we roll.
project. I need more red for my reef.
Alright,
Make
here you
it
go.
time night.
If you can look on if you actually make it night, it'd
Yeah,
stick
give
out a
Look
lot
at
better.
I
Give-
can
give 'em
see
a little
it.
darkness.
Look at that. I like the fountain from above too. That looks great as well. I didn't know that it was 3 layers like that.
Yes, 3 layers. Okay, and can you dim the lights?
Ooh,
Not
there's
sure
a,
if
there's
he
a
has it.
seashell over here too. I didn't notice that
Yes,
either.
there's seashells.
Look
Jesse,
at
come over here.
that.
Now
see-
take a look at that.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And that was all done by hand. Like some
Correct.
person went
we had to
underwater.
place sand.
That's insane. Why would you do this?
I like a challenge.
Because it is epic. Moving on to the Forbidden City.
Onward.
Right on through.
All right, let's go. So yeah, this is my special project, which was, I think it took about 2 months to complete. And it's really about the size of it and the feel of it, not so much about the details. A lot of people helped me dig and flatten everything and place the double steps.
Slap.
Slabs, yeah, and it was really, what I remember was that we switched to 1.5 or 1.6 and you needed actually smooth stone to make those slabs, and we still were short 150,000 blocks, and we all had to make it from melted smooth stone, which was really hard, but
I can't
we finished.
I can't remember if you said that this was the Forbidden City or not, because I'm in just shock and amazement. But yeah, this is insane. Like before, it was like,
This
okay,
is like
that's pretty cool. That's cool. And this is just why. Why?
Because I can. It's really
And
about
because-
the feel. I saw it and I wanted to rebuild it in a 1:1 scale. It's just the palace section of it, like the Forbidden City is like I think 0.8 miles by 0.8 miles, and it's just huge. And this is only a small section of it. I think it's 250 by 450 blocks.
But this
so
is
it's, I think,
1-to-1
a quarter of the
scale,
whole
though.
thing. Yes.
Of the palace area of the Forbidden City.
Everyone likes to scale on Godcraft.
That's only half of it you saw. Because I have some on the other side.
Look at this. This is like where the concubines stayed over here.
Yeah, and the houses at the side of the Forbidden City, what you see down there. Like here is really the palace area where only the kings and
Royalty.
all the important people were staying at, but really, if we come here in the middle dojo, and we can take a look to the storage area. It looks kind of fun. I always like to show it off.
Yeah, everyone likes their storage area in Godcraft. It's probably like one of the most talked about things.
What?
This was the land. He just kind of went over it. Leveled it all off.
This is actually pretty cool.
Build over it. With a little tree farm and everything.
Yeah, I see all that.
Going to another 1-to-1 scale project, the Bismarck. Alright. Did you see the American planes coming in to sink the Bismarck? Another 1-to-1 scale creation by Suna.
That's just... I can't even imagine the time it took to build something like this.
I remember it was about 2 months. I mean, Saunus is really a massive builder, and he does it really quickly.
It was actually done really fast. The 2 months was pretty quick. I was surprised.
Most of it was clearing out the water and fixing it back up.
Oh, that sounds obnoxious.
It has the guns and everything. That is amazing.
Back before we had wool too, so they used snow blocks.
This is before the PvP servers even open.
It's so crazy that the way the builds look, it's like they were constructed from a far away vantage point. Like up close, it looks like a hodgepodge of blocks and weird, like, you know, snow and cobblestone. But from far away, it just blends together perfectly. It's literally unbelievable. Like I was saying before, up close, you can't really tell what you're staring at. Like, it's like, okay, well, this is a bunch of snow and stuff. Far away, it comes together perfectly. Look at it. Look at it. Unbelievable. That's probably one of the best battleships I've ever seen. Like, I've seen a lot. People have been like, check this out. This is a battleship I made. This right here, this is a battleship. This is impressive.
Yeah, it seems that, you know, servers that don't use the whole cuboiding and the tools and stuff, they end up spending a lot more time on the details because you're walking every inch of it.
What is this exactly? It's huge, whatever it is.
It's a massive castle wall. And inside...
There's a city inside.
Yeah, that's just the wall.
City of castles inside. It is the castle with castles inside.
And above us is a monorail. Comes from spawn.
Monorail. 1990 Simpsons joke.
Yeah, I always have that in my head every time I say the word monorail.
So what exactly is this, then? What are we looking at?
It's a hodgepodge of different architects who just build in here.
So basically this is like you built this outer wall and then said, build some castles, enjoy.
Basically.
More or less.
Yeah.
There's a lot of in-progress projects.
Yeah, no, it's another residential community, and they pay an entrance fee or whatever for a piece of land.
Yeah, this is more residential than anything else, but it's still just amazing.
Wow, we're starting to get into some really good builds here.
You even have a little bit of Asian architecture over here to the right.
Yeah, I saw that. Trying to think what that place is called. Like, it's not the porcelain tower, it's the something.
And we got people making bakeries out here for some reason. Amy.
Don't knock my bakery.
Amy's bakery's awesome.
It's fabulous.
I see a castle, like an old school castle way off in the distance there. I also see...
Oh, that one's very recent.
I see Dr. Slime creeping in the background. It's me, Dr.
He's
Slime.
one of the town owners.
Well, look at you. Dr. Slime.
That castle in the back almost reminds me of like Disneyland or something.
Yeah, it's the way those towers are shaped. Like if they were blue, you'd expect a princess to live there.
Yeah.
It's so interesting seeing all the different styles of architecture that, you know, people are free to build, but also seeing what they can scrounge together. Like, so I assume this is like any other, I would say, I don't want to say MMO, but online game, where the more time you put into it, the better stuff you can get.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I've always followed that. I've always wanted Godcraft to be more of an MMO than anything. That'll be here 5 years down the road. Keep it on advancing.
I also like that you guys aren't completely strict, because there's a giant chicken in the background.
That is the chicken of Camelot, yes.
I think there's 2 of them in there.
There's actually... no, no? Actually, there's 3 of them in there.
Oh yeah, they're done in different materials. This is one that's in heavily constructed.
This is our little park.
Where are we going? Oh, back.
Follow the watermelon trail.
What? Which one am I looking at? Like, I'm looking at the giant tree house. I'm mesmerized. There's tons of stuff here. Oh, you mean the one that's a giant wall made of like stone and gold and all that stuff?
Yes. Let's come on through.
I see what you mean about the bricks costing a lot, because this guy has lots of bricks. He's got stacks of bricks.
And a giant pea made out of gold.
So really, he's like the what is that guy's name? I can't remember his name right now. MC Hammer of Godcraft.
MC
He's the MC Hammer of Godcraft with his giant gold.
Look how he
gates
throws
and stuff.
clay on the floor. Oh no, that's so horrible.
Sounds like Puppet.
There's a chandelier made of solid iron up there.
I love
For the hell of it.
I love how when you come into this place, Zangief is here.
It's the unfinished wing.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is unfinished. This is his, yeah.
Yeah, cause he's rich, not wealthy.
Yeah, he doesn't move. If you notice, he doesn't take his coal here. He keeps that there for his museum.
Museum of Coal. Like, long ago, there used to be coal. But I mined it all, I did. I mined me coal.
Well, if you want to see the start of his little collection here, we have one single lapis blocks, one of two on the server from a chunk area. A small little chunk area. Regenerated part of the map. One little chunk of the map.
Yeah, because we're
Oh,
an
wow.
alpha map. So
Is this the one you moved like 3,000 blocks?
We
Yeah,
moved
they
this
used a
one
piston.
block with pistons over 3,500 blocks.
Wait, so he keeps this one block because there's only two in existence. He keeps it in like maximum security.
Yes.
Yep.
This is the craziest server ever.
We could show him the book feature.
Yeah, we have a plugin on this server called Bookmore that you can actually write books into, well, put them into bookshelves and distribute them. Here's his theater here to the right. It's a small little theater.
Is this where he watches his plays?
Mm-hmm. It makes the peasants dance down there.
And he has his peas everywhere. So really, he's less MC Hammer, more Sean Puffy Combs. Actually, it'd be like if Sean Puffy Combs, I like how I have to say that, Sean Puffy Combs. It'd be like if Sean Puffy Combs and, what's his face, Donald Trump had a baby. And that baby was the most egotistical baby who ever lived.
That is a really scary thought. Thanks for that.
Now
Oh no,
it's
there's
in
more
your
people
head.
inside. They're starting to gather.
They are starting to gather.
We're gonna have to barricade ourselves in here.
So it's like a zombie invasion movie. It's a horror movie, like they're all outside.
So if you come here, over here at his bookshelf, you can actually right-click his books and read them.
LOL,
His whole
thanks,
book about
Puppet.
me.
Here we
It
go.
has a whole
1,000,001 clocks, LOL. Oh my god, Kane. Writing my book, LOL, sup, Puppet. Sigh, Invisible Kane shoots arrow at Puppet, ignores. What the hell kind of, what?
It's his whole journal about all the things I do to him.
Yeah. 1,001 reasons he hates Kane.
This is probably my first mega build on the server. It's loosely based on the Canterbury Cathedral in layout, but I've done a lot of embellishing and a lot of different details that make it look a lot better in Minecraft. And just for you today, actually, actually. I power built like the last half of it in the last 48 hours.
For me?
Just the exterior is done.
So
For you!
loved. I feel so loved.
Yeah, she's done an amazing job because she's always an interior decorator, but this is her first major exterior.
I have like little houses all over the server and various other structures, but this is the first large project I've undertaken here. And the interior is not anywhere near done, it's just the exterior shell that's complete at this point. But plans include catacombs and a harbor town at the foot of the cathedral, and lots of embellishment. Spread all over Godcraft, there's, you know, various residential towns of every sort, every building style. This one here started off as just like a very small couple house development where we didn't want like crappy square buildings at all, because there's some of that here on Godcraft. So you need like an application to build here.
Dirt huts, yeah.
Yeah, dirt huts aren't allowed. You have to incorporate wood into your design. And just basically like the better builders of the server kind of converge here and free build.
So what is the so what's the difference between this and say the Camelot area? Because this looks a lot more what would be the proper word? Quaint?
Homey, quaint, yeah.
It's not so much of a super build, it's for private residences.
This is
You know
a
what I mean?
retirement home area.
Yeah, you could call it that.
So it's the Florida of Godcraft.
Basically.
Hell yeah. I think the main focal point of the town is the hotel, which we're coming up on across the bridge here.
Wow, okay, true story time. I went to college at SUNY Buffalo. Go look it up, kids.
Oh my god, I went there.
Did
That was
you?
my college.
All right, see? So okay. Now, you will know this then.
Yes!
The dorms on the
Ellicott.
Yes, Ellicott. Oh my god, this is it. This is exactly what that is. For those
This is totally what inspired this.
For those who don't know, go online, look up. I guess it wouldn't be Ellicott Center. What was it called? Plaza, something. Whatever it is.
Just Ellicott dorms.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Look it up online. Google image it. Essentially, it's like someone took Legos, maybe like a 3-year-old, because it doesn't form any real pattern. Like someone with no cognitive ability yet, and placed Legos like on top of each other, and just a hodgepodge. That's what that looks like. I think legend, at least what I was told when I was there, is that the reason why is because during the 70s and 60s, they made it that way so kids couldn't like form groups and protest and stuff. So they made it as crazy as possible for people to get around. And this is exactly what it looks like.
It's obnoxious to navigate.
Oh my god, this is it is a small world.
I know, right? That is impressive.
But I guess it's not since SUNY Buffalo is supposed to be like the biggest SUNY school in New York, so I guess that makes sense. But still,
Yeah.
very funny, very funny.
But yeah, each hotel room is made up of 2 or 3 of the cubes, kind of connected by ladders and such.
Yeah, it's very modern art style. Like I think I've seen hotels in various countries that look like this that charge you way too much to stay in them.
Except this one's free. Anybody who comes by Country Gardens can stay there for free until they get on their feet.
This is great. It's bringing back memories. Anyway, guys, that's it. That is Godcraft. This is just a fraction of it, though, really. I mean, let's be honest. This place is huge. There's tons more to see and view. So here's what we're going to do. If you want to see more, leave a comment saying that you do. Go spam their, I guess, I don't know. Do you guys have a forum to spam?
Yeah, godcraft.com.
There you go. Go to godcraft.com. Spam them over there. We'll put a link down in the description as well. I had a blast. Special thank you to my guides. And that's it. So, thank you for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, you know the deal. And as always, to be continued.